Hi there, it's Mark, and I'm here at my gym in the yoga room, and I'm doing my reading from the Golden Present Daily Inspirational Readings by Sri Swami Satchidananda. Still reading these, started on December 21st last year, and I've committed to reading the daily readings. There's a reading per day, per date in the book here, and I've committed to reading them and posting them. So it's gotten a little bumpy with managing these over the last, I don't know, it seems like a couple months, but last month in particular, but still going. All right, this is October 6th. Otherwise, how can you prove yourself? That's the topic. Put yourself in the hands of the higher force. You cannot do everything by yourself. If you believe in God, if you trust God wholeheartedly, even your sickness will go away because you are putting yourself into the hands of a more powerful doctor. Difficult situations come to give us a chance to prove that we trust in a higher energy. Otherwise, how can you ever prove yourself? When everything goes smoothly, you are all good devotees, no doubt. But you really prove it when everything is shaking and still you are able to say, it doesn't matter. Even if I lose everything, I am not going to lose this faith. Once you prove that, then everything that was lost will come back to you. That needs tremendous faith. Without faith, no one can become a spiritual seeker. October 6th. Well, immediately, this connects for me with this whole project. And part of the reason that I wanted to challenge myself with this was that I knew that it would be difficult at times. I knew I would run into roadblocks. I knew it would test my faith and my commitments. It would test my discipline, and it has, for sure. But it's not so much just for the sake of this. It was to strengthen those muscles for how I relate to things in the world. Because I recognize from the path that I've been on that hard work is involved in learning how to manifest any dream or vision. And for me, it started off, as a young person, as a dancer. I don't know if I came into the world with the most natural talent, but I was very committed and disciplined as a young person and just wanted to do really well. I think that through the hard work, I gained some access to my body to be able to be a performer, but for me it was more about this inner expression getting to be shared outward in a way that I hadn't learned how to do at that point. So it was this beautiful way to learn how to do that and share that part of myself. And as I learned through the spiritual practices and spiritual readings, learning how it's not something that starts and ends with me, but that there's some other energy that I'm channeling. And whether you call it God or higher force or higher energy or even your highest self, simply that, like you're bringing your best self forward. And when you're at your best, doesn't it feel like you have a greater connection to things larger than yourself? Like you feel integrated in the best parts of the world. Whereas when you're feeling maybe a little down or a little inward, it's hard to feel that sense of greater connection. And whether you're an introvert or extrovert, there's still this feeling of connectedness, whether it's to nature, to people, whatever that might be. And I just feel that these kinds of efforts done in a personal way help us in that more worldly way, because the world is going to be kind of our obstacle course in a way. Like it's said in other readings, nature or universal intelligence isn't interested in things going smoothly all the time. It's interested in trying to wake us up to recognize that all of this stuff in and of this world is not what's going to determine our happiness and determine whether we have peace or not. We'll never be able to line everything up perfectly out there in the world and create this perfect, house of cards, because like a house of cards, it's something that can topple. But our inner connection, something that is greater, something that we are able to tap into, every single one of us, we came into this world with this. I mean, you just think about how we do come into this world and how, at birth and all this stuff that aligns and connects, we didn't create all that. We ourselves didn't have to tell the body to do that, or even our mother's body to do what it did. So it's just an interesting thing. There's some greater intelligence that I just feel you can't deny is helping, urging us forward. So sometimes it's through some of these more shocking, surprising, painful, distressing situations that actually cause us to say, wait a minute, this isn't something feels like it's out of balance, and what can I do? And that's what this whole process of these readings have been. It's how do I relate to that out of balanceness when I miss a day or two, how I feel I can bring things back in without getting too judgmental or criticize myself or just say, oh, screw it, I messed up, so I'm not even going to go at this anymore. But how can I continue recognizing this is just part of the process. This is part of any process. And I knew that I needed to strengthen those muscles of having things go not perfectly, and how do you just keep on moving forward, having faith, trusting that there is a process that will continue to unfold. And I can already see, since I started this December 21st a year ago, so much has changed in my personal life and in my professional life. I thought more would change with how I did these readings, but this has been a constant for me, like my meditation practices, like my yoga practice. It's a constant. So I'm going to stop there, but thank you for watching, and I hope this was useful, and I'll see you tomorrow.